Good morning. Hope everybody had a great Easter. It is Monday, April 21st, 8:15 a.m. We back at it again after a weekend in New Orleans. Had a nice time with the wife, but also came to the conclusion that we are getting old. Walking up and down Berber Street. I didn't do any vlogs, but I did go live a few times. And just walking up and down Berber Street, especially at night. It's just so loud. It's just like, man, why is it so loud? I don't remember being this loud. It's like, man, we're getting old. But we had a good time. The wife, unfortunately, was fighting a cold for most of the trip. She didn't even tell me she was feeling sick until Saturday afternoon. She just didn't want to ruin the vibe or whatever. So it's not a big deal. If you're sick, you're sick. What can you do about it? Bad timing. It sucks, but that's life. Still had fun. She powered through. We may have gone overboard a little bit Saturday night, and the journey home was a little rough. We didn't feel well for self-induced reasons, but it was a good time. Got back yesterday afternoon, just got some Chinese food, relaxed, watched WrestleMania, called it a night. Back out here again, though. I've already taken one order. It was a McDonald's. It was like $5 for 3.5 miles, but it was pulling me this way, so I went ahead and did that. It was real quick, and then after waiting about 10 minutes in my spot, I got this Chick-fil-A $6.50 for 2.5 miles. So to the hospital, which is where this is going. We'll get this dropped off, and this will start us off at about 11:50. I do got to get gas here shortly. So yeah, cold, chilly, dreary morning. Quite the difference from New Orleans, where it was like 85 the whole time and humid. It was nice. It's nice to get some hot weather, but we'll get this dropped off, and I'll check back in with you in a bit. All right, just got a Starbucks order right after I dropped off the Chick-fil-A. This is for, what, $8.25 for 6 miles, something like that. I didn't really look that closely. It was like $1.25 per mile, so I just went ahead and took it. Just a mid-order, but whatever. I have to get some gas on the way, or actually I could probably drop it off and get gas on the way back. That way they don't have to wait. Got a little loose here. Let's tighten this back up. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Yep, let's not hit the curb. What is happening? Anyway, all right. So yeah, so $8.25 or $8.50 for like 6 miles. Okay, start for the morning. I actually got out here a little earlier than normal because the wife did not go to work today. As I mentioned a moment ago, she's under the weather. That always is a little sus whenever you go on vacation and your first day back you call in sick. But she works for the city. They don't care. She has her sick days that she's allowed to use, so she went ahead and used one. I knew she wasn't going to work today. I had a feeling. But allowed me to get out here an hour earlier than I normally would. So yeah, we will get this Starbucks order dropped off, and we will check back in later.
LV update.
Back with an update. 9:35 a.m. I just dropped off a Starbucks order to this Physicians Immediate Care. You didn't miss anything. This is the only order I've done. $10.25 for 6 miles. So that puts us a pinch above 31 bucks maybe, something like that. With an hour and 25 minutes to spare before my 11 o'clock deadline to reach $40. So $9 to go, thereabouts. We got a realistic shot of hitting that on a Monday. So good news. I'll let you know when I get another offer. McDonald's 70 $7.75 for, what was it, 2.8 miles? So a nice little McDonald's order here. It was almost ready when I picked it up, and I got it like right as I was driving by the restaurant. So shout out to McDonald's for being on top of it. This put me about 38 bucks probably. So decent little morning. This is taking me back towards my zone too. So all good things, all good things. Get this charged up. How y'all liking the camera? The new camera angle. It seems to be better. I look slightly more handsome. My hair's sort of halfway done. No thanks for $3 for 6 miles. No thanks to that. It's good to be home. It's got nice to get a little 3-day break from doing deliveries. Whenever I do take a little vacation like that, I do feel refreshed when I get back home. Like, I'm eager to get out and get back to work the next day. I was gonna come out last night, but a few too many hurricanes Saturday night. I was hurting. Yesterday morning, man, we both struggled getting out of bed at our hotel, man. We had a 10:30 flight, and my wife is in worse shape than I was, so I had to pull it together and get our things packed, which normally when we go on trips, she handles all that because she doesn't like dealing with the stress of worrying if anything was left behind or whatever, so she likes to pack everything. But yesterday she didn't give a shit. She was like, I can't get up, you need to pack, my head hurts. Like, mine too, but somebody's got to do it. So we made it to the airport. There's a Walgreens right outside of our hotel, so I ran out there and bought some Advil. I popped a few of those. By the time we got to the airport, my head was feeling fine. Body wasn't feeling so great, but my head was better. But I gotta pull up these directions. See you soon. All right, we are back again. Give you a little rundown of what's been happening. I took an order for Grubhub after I last talked to you. $7.27 for 1.5 miles. Obviously, I accepted that. And as I was pulling into the McDonald's, I got an offer. That was a Grubhub. As I was pulling into McDonald's, I got a DoorDash $9.50 for 4.1 miles, going the exact same direction. And Denny's is just a couple parking lots over from this McDonald's. So I went ahead and accepted that. So that's another, what, $16.75 or so, $16.77. Got those completed. That put me at like, I want to say $54, $55, right? Maybe something like that. And then after I dropped those off, I got this one, which is a Panera Bread, $10.25 for 5 miles. So we are well over $60, and it is only 10:31. So a hell of a start for a Monday. I'll absolutely take it. I'm gonna hurry up. Try to get this dropped off as quickly as possible and see if we can get another quick one. So, update city. Where did I leave off at? That's right. I did that Panera, $10 for like 5 miles or whatever. And that finished off about 11:05, 11:10 or whatever. So kicked off lunch right after that. I took I got back to my spot, sat there for just a couple minutes. And I got a Mary's Market, $13 for 8 miles. Handled that. As I dropped that off, I got a Walgreens delivery, $12 for 3 miles. Now, I just made a YouTube short about this. When you do a prescription delivery for Walgreens or CVS, it doesn't track you. So, like, you don't have to worry about, being late, dropping off or picking up. You don't get penalized or anything like that. So after I accepted that, I got a Wingstop order, which kept me right in the same area, $7.75 for 3 miles. So I went ahead and I did that. And I went ahead and did the Wingstop, dropped that off. Then I just went to Walgreens. I finished that order. But I did wait in line at the pharmacy for over 20 minutes. Lady in front of me, she didn't speak any English and she couldn't communicate with the girl. The poor girl at the counter was struggling to communicate with her. They were doing Google Translate on the phone, trying to communicate. It was there like 15 minutes. And finally, one of the other girls finally came over and was like, can I help you? And within 30 seconds, I had my order. I was out the door. So frustrating. But anyway, got that done. It was worth the wait because it was $12 for 3 miles. So I am back towards my zone now. What the hell happened? Oh, my car just died. That was weird. I'm back towards my zone now. I also did a Subway. $9 for 4 miles. I'm about to get a drink. Something to drink, and then we will carry on. I'm over $100. I'm at like $108, $106 or something like that. So I gotta go to the bathroom, get something to drink. I'll catch you soon. Oh no, not this view again. It's been so chaotic. I haven't had time to put this phone up in the damn new holder. Want to let you know what was going on though. I received a double order offer, $17.75 for 7.8 miles. Chipotle and Jersey Mike's. So decent enough offer. So I figured I'd take it. This is going to put me around the $125 range, maybe a little bit more, and it's $12.34. So this is the best Monday I've had in a while. I've had a few good ones recently, but this is easily the best. So this first one, Jersey Mike's, is going to the hospital. The second one for Chipotle is going a little farther up. So we'll check back in when we're done. Double order complete. $17.75 for less than 8 miles. I started making my way back to my zone, and I got another nice one. This one is $11.50 for 5.8 miles for a pizza delivery. Pizza and a 6-pack of soda. Went ahead and accepted that. This is going to put us at $136-ish. And it is, I don't know if you can see that, 1:03 p.m. So we are in great shape. Hell of a start to the week after spending all that money in New Orleans. And just everything's getting so expensive. That New Orleans trip, man, I used to like it because it was like a cheap trip, cheap little weekend. It's not so cheap anymore, man. You can't get drinks down there. I mean, it's still cheaper than going to Chicago, but by the time you pay for flight, hotel, and transportation to and from the airport down there, because the airport is like 20 miles from downtown. The airport transportation is $36 each way, taxi flat rate. Uber can sometimes be a few bucks cheaper, but most of the time it's a few bucks more down there, so we usually just take the cab. So $72 round trip. And then we took the bus to O'Hare, and instead of driving, which we probably won't do again unless it's a longer trip, because it was $106 for both of us round trip on the bus. And on the way there, the bus was so packed I couldn't even sit down, so I had to stand on the bus for an hour drive to O'Hare. So that was a little bit frustrating, but all in all, by the time, hotel, actually the hotel for New Orleans was pretty cheap. It was right on Bourbon Street. We paid like $130 a night. Well, it was more than that, because with the taxes and fees and all that crap, I think it was $314 for 2 nights. For right on Bourbon Street, that's really good. And then the flights were $158 a piece, so that's $320. So that's almost $650 just the flights and hotel, which isn't bad really for a weekend. But then you factor in the transportation, $100 for the airport shuttle for the bus. And then another $72 to and from the New Orleans airport. That was another $172. We were at almost $800, right about $800 before we even spend any money in New Orleans. That's where you get got, is just like the getting there. And then we had airport drinks and got something to eat at the airport. That was another $80. So, well over $800, close to $900 before we even get to New Orleans, which is wild. And then obviously we spent, it wasn't crazy. We spent like, $500 once we got there. It was like a $1,500 trip just for 2 days, a day and a half. Shit's fucking expensive. The wife and I went to Mexico last July, Thursday to Sunday, 3-day, all-inclusive, nice resort, good resort. And we paid $11.52 total, flight, hotel, everything. Airport transportation to and from the hotel was $100. So add 100 to that, so that's $12.52. And then tip money, which we bought like $100 for the 3 days for tip money. I don't even think we went through all of that, but still cheaper or about the same just to leave the country. Wild. And everything was included when you're there, so you got shit-faced every day. So, yeah, I think we're just going to stick to leaving the country for vacations because it's just, America is ridiculous, man. It's just, everything is so overpriced and for no reason, man. It's just greediness. But, so that was my trip. We'll get this delivered, and I'll speak to you soon.
Air quotes for those who can't see me.
Back again. Of course, there's somebody behind me. Finished off that Michael's delivery. Now I got a $12.50. Oh, you fuckers! $12.50 for 7.8 mile order for Cold Stone. Just grabbed that. It smells so damn good inside of Cold Stone. God damn. It just smells so sweet and sugary in there. But got that picked up. Headed northward. This is actually going to a area closer to a different zone. Hot zone. Not the same zone, but like a different hot spot or whatever. So I guess we'll have to try our luck up this way. Change it up a little bit. But this will put us at like $173. So we're doing good today, y'all. And it's only 3:23 p.m. So not even a dinner rush yet. And we're gonna get close to cracking $200. So pray for me, y'all. Sorry about the shaky camera. It's wiggling all over the place. So I called in today at about 5 o'clock. Peyton texted me, wanted McDonald's and to go shopping for discount Easter candy. So we already made a stop at Dollar General. She got some Reese's peanut butter eggs and some Tootsie Rolls and some other stuff. Now we're headed to CVS. They usually have discounts on their Easter stuff too. It's only 25% off at Dollar General. Kind of disappointing. I was hoping it'd be cheaper than that, but we still made out pretty good, right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we looking for, though? What's the candy that you want the most?
Cadbury eggs.
The Cadbury eggs, the Cadbury cream eggs.
Yeah, we got the regular.
A lot of people don't like them. I'm a fan. I like the cream eggs. What's that, honey?
We got the eggs.
We got like the little robin egg ones. That
we got the robin.
They're not the cream egg, but I like the little robin eggs too. So I got a bag of those. There we go. We got some sugar because I needed sugar for my coffee.
Can I try that? Try one?
Yeah, we're almost to CVS up here. We'll stop it over. So off to store number 2, and then she wants a McDonald's for dinner. Good morning. It is the next day, 7:26 a.m. I ended up finishing last night. I did my last drop off like right at 5 o'clock. A child texted me. We didn't do anything for Easter. I feel bad this year, but we were all like out of town. She was up in Wisconsin at her grandma's. We were obviously in New Orleans, so we didn't really do anything. So she texted me. She was like, "Hey, can we go hunt for discounted Easter candy?" Because we kind of do that every year, or like for every holiday, Valentine's Day, we do the same thing. I mean, yeah, sure, let's go. So I came home, picked her up, went and found some candy. She was looking for the Cadbury cream eggs, which she loves. I love them too. Those are like my favorite Easter candy. But we couldn't find any. They were already sold out everywhere. So we did find some candy, but not what she was looking for exactly. So she was a little disappointed, but she'll be all right. She just went to school. I am about to leave for the day. Yesterday I finished with, I believe, $186. Not bad considering I finished at 5 o'clock. So we'll shoot for that again today. I highly doubt it'll be as good today as it is yesterday because it is a Tuesday. Usually if it's good on a Monday, it's usually not good on the following Tuesday. Not always, but usually it's not. But we'll see. If we can get anything close to that, I'll be happy. So we'll end the video right here. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. Share the videos with other dashers or other people that you may know that may be interested, if you could, please. And appreciate you for watching. So we will get the next video started right